The best stock photography websites in 2021 and beyond. I have a handful of favorites, my go-tos that I'm sharing with you today, and I'll even share some secrets on how you can get the most out of using stock photos to grow your brand. Stay with me. I'm Phil Pallen, a brand strategist. Welcome to my channel where I share practical advice to build your brand. Today I'm in Saint-Malo, France, and today I'm talking all about stock photography. Sometimes I jokingly call this a necessary evil in branding and content creation. Why evil? Well, because I think your own brand photography is always better than using stock. However, unless you're a photographer, I'm not, or you're lucky enough to have a photographer follow you around every day, I also don't have that. If those two situations aren't a reality for you, then stock photography has its role and it's an important one. It's not always feasible to have your own photography taken, and stock photography can save you in those instances. It can also go wrong very quickly. Stock photography can feel bland, inauthentic. It can make a brand look lazy if they're using photos that are clearly licensed instead of going to get your own. If it looks too stock, then your content or your website are not going to resonate with your audience. It might even have the opposite effect, but that's not going to happen to you because you're spending time with me today, and I'm going to teach you everything I know about using stock photos properly. Now it's time to take a closer look together, and I'll show you directly from my computer screen. Now I'm going to move quickly because I've got 8 royalty-free or free stock photo websites that I want to show you. Each of them are a little bit different, but I am showing you my favorites. Let's start with Pixels, kind of like Pixels, but spelled with an E. This is one of the first places I start when I am looking for a stock photo that doesn't look like a stock photo. So right away from the homepage, you'll see here, you can just enter a keyword. I might type something like, I don't know, let's do office. That's a pretty generic word, but you're going to see lots of options that don't look like stock photos, and that's one of the reasons I love this website. Now, probably arguably the most well-known, I would say, stock photo website is Unsplash. When you Google stock photos or royalty-free stock photos, this is the site you're going to find. They are free. They are very high quality. I would say my only criticism of Unsplash is the fact that everyone uses it. So you'll see they've got some great images, but you might also see these images pop up online because a lot of people use this website. I would say don't let that dissuade you from coming here to look to see if you can find what you need. Stock photos are great for blog photos, potentially Instagram carousels, all different kinds of things. You know what you're looking for. Unsplash is the most popular one, and it's really evolved into something great over the years. Next, we're going to look at Pixabay, another popular one. I would say that generally Pixabay isn't quite as good as Unsplash, but it's still pretty impressive. They don't have quite the range that you might see on Unsplash, but you might find what you're looking for, especially if you're looking for something a little more generic, something that it's okay if it kind of looks like a stock photo. Pixabay is going to be a good choice. Pixabay probably has the most stock photos out of any other free site, over, as you can see at the time of recording this video, over 2.4 million high-quality stock photos, videos, and music. So that's pretty awesome. If you're looking for quantity, you're in the right place with Pixabay. We're going to keep moving along here, and we're going to move quickly. Next is Raw Pixel. I am less familiar with this one, but I have seen this one mentioned by other designer friends of mine. So this is a good place that you can go. You can check out some different styles. You'll notice right away it's not just stock photos, but there are some graphic design elements here, some patterns. This might be perfect for what you need. Maybe you're putting together a brand board or some branding styles, a mood board. This is one of those places I would go, especially for someone who's a designer or looking for a certain aesthetic or a creative type. Raw Pixel is going to be great for you. And we're moving along next to Gratissography. I think I pronounced that right. I really love this site. It's probably the trendiest of the options that I'm sharing with you today, but it's got a really cool design. It doesn't have the quantity that you're going to find on some of the sites that I've already mentioned to you, but certainly it has the aesthetic. Gratissography. Let's go ahead and type the word office. I don't know why I'm using that word today, but that's what I'm going to stick with. And so really, there's nothing here that's overly super lame. You know, everything here is almost like very trendy. It's very TikTok vibe. It's inspired by memes. It's very now, it's very relevant. If that resonates with you and what your brand aesthetic is, Gratissography, even though they don't have a huge number compared to others, that's definitely a site you're going to want to check out. Let's keep going. Next is Stock Vault, free stock images. It says right on the homepage, and that's what it is. While the aesthetic here is very generally stock photo-ish, you can see that by the sample. If that's what you're looking for, then this is a good place to go. Add it to your list of stock photography websites that you can go and check out. Stock Vault. Certainly, I would say this is not trendy. You're not going to find the kind of curated images, creative images like Unsplash or Gratissography, but for stock photos, this is a good one. Stock Vault. We have 2 more. Next is Reshot. This is not just stock photography or stock photos. That's one of the categories it offers. And at the time of recording this, it has over 250,000 photos. Pretty awesome. They also offer SVG icons. If you're a web designer, you might want SVG icons. Those are the best, or I should say that's the best format to use as opposed to saving an icon as a PNG or an image. SVG icons, vector illustrations, also very useful for designers. This is a great place to go. If you are, again, graphic designer working on branding websites, keep this one handy. I really like this website. And it's free. All of these are free, but no attribution required. I love how they say it's no cost, no attribution, no worries. That's Reshot. And the last site I want to show you, it's called FreePick. I don't use this one that much. I generally don't love the options that they have. But again, here they're giving you vectors, stock photos, and PSD, Photoshop files, layered Photoshop files, which is very useful. Like, look at this little mock-up here. Very useful if you're working in branding as a graphic designer, you're trying to conceptualize an idea. Now, if I had to pick a favorite of these, it would probably be Pixels. It would be Unsplash for certain things. I hop over here and Pixabay. The first 3 that I mentioned are great. And then Raw Pixel and Gratissography and Stock Vault and Reshot and FreePick there. I just did a little review of all 8. I think all of these are useful for different things. Keep them all handy in your toolkit for when you need free stock photos. So there you go, tools and tips for stock photography. I hope you're feeling equipped to tackle this on your own, and maybe you have some clearer parameters for me on how to use these for your brand. I've linked to my favorite sites below in the description. Go ahead and check those out for yourself. And if you've got any other lingering questions, comment below. Let's keep the conversation going on down there. I respond to those personally. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. That helps other people discover these videos, which we work very hard to create for you. And subscribe for more of my videos on branding, positioning, building, and promoting your brand. Next, I'm sharing through a few videos that I think you'll be interested in. I'm Phil Pallen. Thanks for watching, and those videos are coming up next.